Hello friends, welcome. Well, as I said in the end of my last video, I was sat with Peter talking, and he was telling me that to find spirit guides and potentially other spirit, that you need to meditate to develop this. And so I left it at that, and I went upstairs to my room, and for a few minutes I was doing this bits and pieces, and then I thought, well, I'll give this meditation a go. I'll see if I can do it. And I knew it would take time, probably a long time, but I went and laid on my bed and laid down, and I was there about 30 seconds, and suddenly there was a knock on the door, and Peter said, "Neil, do you know how to meditate?" And by this time I knew I had to ask him. So I said, "No, I don't know how to meditate. How do I meditate?" And Peter then told me how to find the light. And he told me to look in a certain way in a certain place, and that I needed to look for a tiny pinprick of light, and that when I saw that light I should then think to it, what is this light I see? And he then said, you will then be answered by your spirit guides instantly. He then left. I didn't open my eyes all the time he was talking to me. I just stayed as I was, and I did what he said, and I found the light, this tiny pinprick, what I thought I could see, a tiny pinprick of light. And I then sent my thoughts to it, what is this light I see? Instantly I could hear spirit, but I was expecting to hear one spirit talking to me, welcoming me and such like, and all I could hear was several spirits. And they seemed to be arguing. Their voices were raised. I couldn't make out what they were saying because they were all talking at once. They were not talking to me, it seemed. And I could hear several men and at least one woman, and they were arguing, no doubt about it, to me. There was a reason for this, and we will discover that later. Things were not going very well for me in spirit, and so excuse me. So anyway, I couldn't make out what they were saying, so after a couple of minutes of that I just got up, and then as soon as I got up the voices stopped and I couldn't hear them any longer. I went downstairs to Peter and I said, it was a bit confusing because I couldn't hear what they were saying. And he said, well, for the time being it's maybe best just to have this guide, your master guide, come to you and speak to you at the moment, and just have that guide and no others. So I agreed to this. And straight away he started speaking to me, and I could communicate with him from that day onwards through my light, and I was talking to him much, and he seemed friendly enough and everything, but things were going astray in the spirit realm, which I'll tell you about later. So in 2000, 5 years later, I mean, I was in a bad state, and I thought I wasn't going to make it, and I tried teaching the light to somebody and they could not find it, and I realised then that probably only reincarnated beings, because later I found out I was one, could bring the light back here with them, whereas those are here on their first life, which is the majority still on this world I believe, don't have the light until they pass over for the first time. But if you come back again, then you bring the light with you, but you have to find it to be linked to it still. So anyway, thank you, and we'll go on to the next video talking about how God come about, how Christ and Citadel brothers come about from Father God, how Octavius, a friend of Father God, come about, and how Father God created upon the earth and other worlds too. So bless you, see you in the next video. Bye bye, Shep.